Hello viewers, welcome to lecture by Dr. Thangzam Subalaxmi on the topic pictorial presentation of diseases of pea and beans. So here are some of the major symptoms or major diseases of pea. First disease is powdery mildew of pea, which is caused by the pathogen Ericife PC. Here you can find on the leaf white powdery growth. It's very clear here. These are all white powdery growth on the leaf surface due to the attack by the or due to the infection by the pathogen Ericife PC. And this is cycle of Ericife PC, how they spread from one season to the another. First, the infected residues which lies on the field after harvest. From there, when the favorable environmental conditions comes, from the residues, the resting structures, that is from the Clistothecium, the spore will start to germinate and it will initiate the first infection on the healthy leaf. Then from the healthy leaf, spore and conidiophore will form, and these spores will be blown by the secondary agent, that is by the wind, and give new infection to the pea leaf. And from there spores will transfer to the healthy leaf and it will cause another infection. This is how the cycle goes on. From there, after harvest, the pathogen will again goes in the infected residues and it will raise as resting structures which is formed by the Clistothecium. So this is the structure or the macroscopic view of the Ericife PC. This is the conidiophore and this is the conidia, which is barrel in shape, and only one spore will be formed at the tip of each conidiophore. And this is the Clistothecium, and these are all the appendages of the Clistothecium, which is the resting structure which is formed after the harvest of the main crop. And when the favorable conditions come, this Clistothecium will break open and all the spores will be released from the fruit. These are all the spores which are released by the turgid pressure of the environmental conditions. And another disease is downy mildew of pea, which is caused by the pathogen Peronospora bisea. These are the growth on the lower surface. Actually, these symptoms, they will form mostly on the lower portion of the leaf. That's why the name downy mildew is given to the symptoms. Next comes to one of the serious disease of pea, that is pea rust, which is caused by the pathogen Euromyces PC. Here you can find orange pustules on the leaf surface. You will find it mostly on the lower portion of the leaf. And this is another distinct symptoms which is you will find at the later stage of the infection by the Euromyces PC. Concentric rings, formation of dark brown concentric rings. And this is the symptoms which you will find on the pea fruit. You can find here all orange pustules covering the pea fruit. And this is how the structure will look like under the microscope. There are two different structures you will find here. Another one is uridospore. Uridospore will be circular in shape, and at a later stage teliospore will be formed. These are the teliospore which have a distinct papilla at the tip, and the coloration will be a high line like in case of uridospore, and where in case of teliospore the coloration will be orange or dark brown in color. Next comes to another important diseases, that is Fusarium wilt of pea. Here you will find the symptoms. All the leaf are getting dried. This Fusarium wilt of pea is caused by the pathogen Fusarium oxysporum formaspecies Pc. Why the leaves became dry? Because the pathogen blocked the water intake in the vascular portion, that is in the xylem tissues, due to which the water's intake is blocked and the crop cannot get enough water for their survival. So in advanced stages all the leaves will get dried and fall off. This is the vascular discoloration in the vascular bundles areas. These are the portion which are dark brown in coloration. So when you cut these portions and cut a slice of this portion and observe under the microscope, you will find the blocking of the xylem tissues by the pathogen. And this is how the colony grow in the PDA plate. This is a light pink cottony growth in the PDA plate, and when you observe in under the microscope, they will form two types of spore. One is macroconidia, which are a bit larger in shape and sickle shape or elliptical in shape with 2 to 3 septations, and another one is microconidia, which will be mostly two septate. This is microconidia and this one is macroconidia. And another disease is sclerotinia rot. Here you will find the drying of the leaves and its color is changed into black color, and this is the symptoms in the pot of pea. You will find sclerotial black like structures on the pea pot, on the pea fruit surface, and this is ascochyta blight of pea. This is caused by ascochyta pc. This is the formation of lesions on the leaf, and this is how ascochyta blight forms on the pot. And among the virus disease, this P. initian mosaic virus is very common, which is a uh, mixing of light green and dark green areas on the pea leaf. The veins will be light in color mixed with dark green areas. And this is P. mosaic virus. All the veins will become yellow in color. And another type is P. initian mosaic virus, which is formed on the pod as white venations like symptoms. Why the name initian is given? Because all the fruit on and all the leaves will droop down. That's why the name initian is given. Then another disease of pea, which is caused by the bacteria, that is bacterial blight, which you will find water soaked lesions. These are water soaked lesions which you will find on the pea leaf. And in advanced stages, these water soaked lesions will coalesce together and form lesions like this. These are all blighted ones. And this is how the bacterial blight symptoms will form on the pot as water soaked lesions. These are all water soaked lesions which you will find on the pot. Next comes to diseases of beans. The first important disease is anthracnose of bean, angular necrotic lesions you will find on the bean leaf. And this is one of the common symptoms which you will find whenever you go and buy beans from the market. These are all the symptoms caused by the anthracnose, which is caused by Colletotrichum gliosporids. Then next comes to Cercospora leaf spot. In case of Cercospora, the symptoms will be this lesions will be almost circular in shape, and the center of the spore will be white in color, bordered by black borderation. This is very distinct symptoms you will find on the beans. And this is another disease on beans, which is angular leaf spot of bean. See the symptoms, these are all triangular in shape. Then next comes to rust of bean. These are the orange pustules which are formed on the bean leaves due to the pathogen Euromyces fabi. And this is spot blight on lima bean, another very distinct symptoms. And this is downy mildew symptoms, which you can find on lima bean as dark brown necrotic lesions along with the cottony white cottony growth. And another disease is pythium blight, which you will find white cottony growth covering the beans. And this is charcoal root rot, which you will find mostly in the color regions, black charcoal colorations, and all the root portions will become rot due to this infection. Then another disease of bean is bean common blight, which is a bacterial disease. These are all necrotic lesions which are surrounded by the yellow halogen. You can see here very distinctly the yellow halogen surrounding the dark brown necrotic lesions. And another one is bean common mosaic virus. This is also one of the most serious diseases of beans. This is yellow venation, yellow veins. All the veins will become yellow in color, and when you uh, see the fruit will be crinkled, and the pod formation will be small as compared to the healthy pod. Thank you. So these are some common diseases of pea and beans.